Hey folks. 11 o'clock at night and the monster's still charging. So I'm heading out tonight. Well, obviously it's dark out. I just showed you it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go out and test the H9R at night and see if it's as good in the dark as the regular H9 was. That is my goal. It's supposed to be 23. My legs are fine, but I'm roasting with my sweater on. And it feels a lot warmer than 23, but I know from experience if I get down by the river, or I'm going to be heading out of town more or less. So if I get into a swampy area and there tends to be cool pockets and kind of foggy, misty areas in those cool pockets, I'm going to be happy I have my sweater on when I get into those situations. So hopefully I want to use my 408s. I prefer to use my 408s when I'm out at night. That's kind of why I checked to see if they were going to cause an error when I was working on the front end earlier, trying to figure out what that rattle was. It seems to be okay. We'll see what happens once I start driving. If not, I'm going to have to drive without them on. But at least I can use my regular lights, my headlights and tail lights and my strobe light. Everything should be good that way. It's been a while since I've been out at night. Going to enjoy it, and I can do this legally because we don't have a stay-at-home order anymore. So anyway, I'd go for a tour. what a beautiful drive that was. So there was one little swampy area that I drove through. I felt the cool air, but other than that, I don't think I even needed my sweater tonight. Oh, excuse me, it's so nice out. So, that video started a little bit late because I was almost at Timmy's and I realized I hadn't turned my cameras on yet. Either of them. It's like, oops. That was the whole point of going out. So, before I went out, I was cleaning off all my lights, and I noticed it's a little bit loose. So this side here, the bolt has come loose, so I can tighten that. But this side here, these holes here, and there's one on each side. There was 2 screws in here. That was all that held this whole plastic part to the frame that attaches. Well, the frame comes up and goes across the fender, and I think there's one bolt, 1 screw, maybe 2 in here. But this was all that really held everything tight. And the holes are really deep, and yeah, just crazy. The screws just kind of ripped through them. So another stupid design. So I stuck bolts in there. Unfortunately, the bolts just kind of, I don't know what word to use. I can't get a socket on them because they're like right against the edges of the holes. So I haven't really decided how to fix that, but because they're loose, that might be why the whole fender thing is off to the side, because you can see the wheel tire sticking out on this side and it's not over here. So I'm thinking that might be why the whole thing is shifted. Is maybe I need to come up with some other plan of how to fix that. Not a priority, but as I have noticed that the fender has been rattling when I hit big bumps. So that'd be why. Those bolts that come loose, I can tighten those no problem before I go out next time. Always something with the monster, isn't it? But the front end's nice, quiet now. I hit big bumps and it's quiet. It's like, oh, not silent because of those bearings, but no loud banging noises, no rattling. So I'm happy. I'm also happy about the weather. I'm loving this heat. Absolutely loving it. It's just not good for my electronics. So I have a lot of things to do on my computer, but I won't be doing any long processes, no overnight processing of anything like I have been doing. So as far as transferring files between hard drives, I gotta limit how much of that I do as well, because the hard drives, the external hard drives, are what I'm worried about most. They're the ones that suffer from the heat and tend to just abruptly fail without warning. So anyways, it's a beautiful night. Nobody out, nobody walking anyways, so a few cars around, but as far as walking, I didn't see anybody. A lot of rabbits around. But other than that, I smelled skunk sort of kinda, towards the home stretch there. It was pretty strong, but I didn't see any, so that's a good thing. So I go in and see how the video looks, and hopefully this camera, this H9R, is just as good as the H9 was in the dark. And we'll see what happens. So that's all I got for this one.